Yeah. So what are the businesses that you have right now, and what's your role in each of those?
So let me kind of give you a background of what I actually did in the past couple of years, so some of the audience can understand. Like I started in 2010 till 2015. I was involved in network marketing business. I was, running around in the streets of the Diamond District and 47th Street, selling gold, diamond jewelry, kind of like selling stuff, figuring it out, making some kind of income, right? Wasn't making much, right? I collectively I probably made like $10,000, $15,000 a year in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. I wasn't making much, but I was learning a skill set, right? And 2015, I got 2004, 2015, I started, setting up table events with Spectrum, a big company in the Northeast selling TV and internet. Okay. Did that for about 11 months. And guess what? Just like I got kicked out of schools, I got fired. Okay. I wasn't the greatest employee. So long story short, because I just didn't, I didn't like being told what to do. Long story short, I got fired the next day. I'm literally knocking on doors for another competitor, which was Verizon Fios at the time. And that kind of changed everything for me because I started to knock on doors in the cold, in the heat, in the projects, in the hood. It didn't matter. I just started going through a lot of action, a lot of no's, and figuring myself out on how to create sales. And that year I hit my first 6 figures. And that's when my confidence flew through the roof because I was like, wow, if I can hit 6 figures, now I can hit 7 figures. It was just a confidence builder for me. And 11 months later, the office kind of fell apart. I decided to open up my own business, we still have that company today, which is Barayev Marketing. And now it's a little bit different. We used to, knock on doors, and we built it to 150 plus sales guys. We had, multiple 7 figures in profits, multiple 7 figures in revenue. I mean, we created a very successful business and a successful organization. And that's what kind of blew me up in a sense because of all the work that I've been putting in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, making $0 at some points, literally making less than $10, $15, $20,000 a year, studying and growing my mindset, everything just exploded, right? And that's what we have right now. We have Barayev Marketing, which is pretty much now we're focused on, dealing with Fortune 500 companies, and we do sales for them over the phone. Obviously, because now times are different. You can't really go knocking on doors as much as you wanted to. And then we have our coaching company, which is now where I focus on coaching entrepreneurs and salespeople how to close deals and how to get better at closing, because that's what I really did. I took people that had no experience in sales and turned them into beasts, right? No experience, Yale, jail, it don't matter, right? As long as you have a desire to win and you're hungry and you want to learn how to close deals, whether knocking through doors, business to business, phone calls, it don't matter. If you have the right attitude towards that, I'll teach them. And then we have our third company, which is the real estate investing company, which we just started. All the money that I've been making, I just been stacking it. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they're buying the Lambos, the jets, the this, the that. There's a time and place for that. There's a time and place for that. I'm not flashy. The only expensive thing I wear is my nice little Rolex here. That's it. Like, I don't go crazy. I don't buy thousands of dollars of shirts. I don't care about that. I'm thinking about how do I buy assets, and then my assets will buy me all the fun shit. And that's the right mentality, right? And it'll surprise people how much money I really have. I mean, most people that have no idea, like, oh, Michael, you can afford this, you should buy this. I'm like, you have no idea what the plan is. The plan is not to look rich. The plan is to be rich.
Right.
Right. And your podcast is called Wealth Podcast, right? Be wealthy. Like, in order to become wealthy, you need to have the right assets. Yeah. And I've learned that stocks to me is just too much of an up and down, right? It's just too volatile for me. I'm already emotional as it is. I don't like that. I want consistency. I want long-term. I don't mind waiting. And that's where real estate investing kicked in. And me and my 2 partners, we're pretty much heavily invested into that. And we're just, buy our, our first 1 or 2 apartment buildings in the next, couple of weeks. We're actually, speaking today, we're actually going to Fort Myers to look at a deal that we're about to close on.
So in 2020, with all the unexpected things that have come up, has that shifted your perspective on having more assets, or have you always just had that game plan from when you started?
Yeah, 2020 was it just exposed everybody. I'll give you an example. It's like going to the beach.